Hi guys, welcome to Spread Adda series where we discuss topics around marketing, digital marketing, content creation, paid ads, how the usage of blockchain and NFT works, and a lot more. Welcome Sohil and Bhargav. This is the first time that Sohil is joining us. Let me introduce both of them quickly. Bhargav is from marketing team of Spread product and Sohil is a co-founder. Welcome guys.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you for having us and excited to share our talk.
Yeah, same here because I think in today's topic we are discussing something very interesting topic which is booming lately because of social media marketing, which is influencer marketing versus paid ad. So I would like to know a lot of interesting things about both of these topics, but let me start by asking a very basic thing about what are the core differences when we say influencer marketing and paid ads. If anybody would like to respond.
I have been running social media campaigns and digital marketing campaigns since a couple of years from now. And what I have observed running a paid advertisement campaign is that it comes with a lot of limitations. Like you have a limitation to post which kind of format you want to use in paid advertisement. Another is there is no authenticity. So if you are no if you are running an ad on any social media platform or something, then you will get that sponsored badge on it. So people are now, understanding that this is a sponsored ad and I should not interact with this ad or something. Another thing is that as the laws are, new laws are getting implemented on the social media platforms. We have seen a lot of cases going on the social media companies. So for a marketer, running paid campaigns and advertisement, it gives a lot of that limitations on which kind of content you can promote or which kind of application you can promote on the social media platforms. So these three things, I guess, can be solved with influencer marketing campaigns. The best thing influencer marketing solves over the paid ads is, I would say, that it creates a lot of authenticity for the audience. So it's better for them.
Right. I guess that's what we discussed in our previous series of episode where we discussed the role of content marketing and influencer marketing, where
Right.
there are a lot of different experiences and result when it comes to running a campaign on both of these platforms. So I think uh, that's that's a perfectly start when we say authenticity. Sohil, would you like to add anything on this when we are talking about both of this topic?
My thoughts mostly is the way I see influencer marketing is it's a chain where you just, rather than collaborating and spending too much money on social medias and just a paid campaigns, what you need to do is you need to find just two or three authenticate or two or three good influencers which are actually very genuine to run the social media, which are very committed towards the brands, and then that's it. The rest of the things will be done by the influencers. So you don't need to spend money again and again. You don't need to strategize again and again. You don't need to plan another again. It saves time. It saves money. Moreover, it is more of a collaboration with the people. That was the main difference main difference I see between paid campaign versus influencer marketing.
Okay. When you say that the major step on the influencer marketing is choosing a right influencers, and I think brands are struggling more when it comes to choosing the perfect right influencer for their brand, considering uh, they want to target the most relevant audience. So, any tip for choosing the right influencer for your brand, that how best brands can do when it comes to choosing the influencer marketing?
Sure. Like basically, most of the brands, nowadays do not see or work on the data. So, what I think is the best solution would be looking into the statistics of influencers' work. Let's say some influencers have been already started before 1 month, 1 year, or 2 years, but they are not doing great. So, how would a brand know that this influencers is committed towards their audience?
a single influencer should just prepare a content. They should be also committed with the audience. They should also be keep in touch with the audience. They should be taking the feedbacks from the audience, and they should be working over that content again and again. So to check the authenticity of the influencers, I would say check their social media analytics. That's the first step. Check their audience engagement. That's the second thing. And what ROI they are giving to the brands. These are the very top three topics. We can categorize each of them into very detailed one, but these are the three topics which every brand should look into. Any of the influencer they are to work.
Okay. I think that does make sense, and definitely it will help brand to understand more when it comes to choosing even the niche specific influencers from the multiple options, or there are different demographics and factors that also works, but these are, I think, major generic uh, attributes that brands should consider. Uh, when we are talking about the benefits or pros and cons of influencer marketing and paid ads, we say that okay, it's better in terms of authenticity or ROI or transparency. But in real words, still there are a lot of people who are running paid ads because of the targeted keywords and specific audience that they are looking forward in specific this term, because there are still uh, maybe a myth, or there is a standard set of rules that people have adopted, considering that they will be reaching out to the right audience through the paid campaigns and sponsored ads which they run on Google or on social media. How different, or maybe how a benefit influencer marketing is bringing on this specific area when brands still are more focused on running the paid campaigns?
So you rightly mentioned, Pooja, that many brands run behind this paid marketing campaigns because they can select specific region, and they can specifically select and target the interest their audience, their potential buyers are having. But what I would say is that if you have a clear goal, if you are running any XYZ industry, any XYZ niche for your branding and campaign, if you have those goals and KPIs ready with you, you can go ahead and run influencer marketing campaigns flawlessly. Because in paid marketing campaigns, you can obviously select the proper locations, you can select your audience, their interests, and everything. But what happens with the influencer marketing campaign is they are not restricted, or they are not limited to what you are spending on your advertisement. So suppose you are spending XYZ amount of money on your paid campaign, then you will reach on only those people who are directly interested with those kind of interests and everything. But in case of influencer marketing, you are not only reaching your niche audience because you are collaborating with some kind of influencer, then you are obviously reaching your niche audience for sure. But what else happens is that if their content get featured somewhere, if they are coming in this trending sections, this explore tabs and everywhere, so other people will also get engaged with those content which they have created for your brand. So you are not only reaching those limited audience, you are reaching more audience who might get interested in your brand and end up purchasing your products. In case of paid advertisement, it's not going to happen any day. So that's again, if you but for that you should have a clear goal and KPI with you, so that you can measure the which kind of ROI you are going to generate from the campaign. If you are not clear which kind of audience you are targeting, if you, as Sohail mentioned previously, that you should have that clear idea that which kind of engagement this influencer is getting and everything. If you do not have that kind of data available on your head, if you are not taking any kind of help from technology, then you should avoid doing influencer marketing campaigns for a brand.
Okay. And when we say focusing on technology, you meant by focusing on influencer journey and analytics, that how they are performing throughout the different campaigns and collaboration with their brand and their personal content strategy as well, right?
Yes, Pooja, by taking technical help, I would suggest that you should, not do some basic research only. So you do not have to see that how many followers this influencer is having, or how many posts like they generally get. You should take help of data. You can use any kind of influencer marketing platform or any analytics platform that can help you to, see that factual data that okay, this influencer is getting this kind of engagement, regular engagement. You will get this many post likes if you are going to make the campaign live with this influencer. Yeah, so as a brand, you should surely get that help from data and technology, that any platform or anything. But you should see that before running any kind of campaign.
All right. Coming up with a very interesting topic, which I am keen to know from you guys, it's NFT. So, in marketing space, a lot of content collaborations and token distribution is going on. Would love to know what is NFT and any specific issues or problems this technology is solving in this area. So, what are your thoughts? What is NFT and how it is, where it is going specifically?
Yeah. As you know, like you rightly pointed out, the NFT is a buzzword right now, and it's like a very latest technology, which a lot of people, mainly the content creators, are working on. So NFT stands for non-fungible token. Which when you are in a crypto world, you can generate a unique token which is distributed across the folders, and then the way it is representing creators is, let's say, if you are creating a unique content, uh, you can associate that content, you can create that content digitally with any unique token which represents your ownership of the content. So uh, the way NFT is solving the issues of content creators are, let's say, some of the people have created a content which is being used into a lot of marketing campaigns, but that has been reused many times. You know, so if we think in terms of reusability of content, now creators never get paid for the particular content. While using NFT, what we can do is we can track the usage of all the tokens. While, let's say, there will be only one creator, but they can transfer the ownership of that particular token. For an example, if you have created, if you are a YouTube influencer, you have created a video, right? You can tokenize that video digitally. That will be uniquely represented as under your ownership, and you will be the creator of that content initially. Now, let's say if I want to sell that content, I'll transfer the ownership of that, and then the other person will be the owner of that particular content. They can use that content any way they want to. But as a creator, I'll be getting the royalties from that. So that is the main issue which NFT is solving in the marketing world, where a lot of creators create repetitive content, blogs, images, campaigns, YouTube videos, reels. There are a lot of type of content. Now, what if that is being used multiple times? They should be get paid, right? So that is the reason it has to be introduced with NFT, which is uniquely defined content, and then when it is being used, every creator will get a royalty. So that is the whole concept of NFT and how it is being used with in the space of content creator marketing.
Okay, this is very interesting. But uh, uh, do you have any idea about stats or how many percentage of people are even aware about it and using this technology, like leveraging this benefit of plagiarism?
Uh, I would say it's quite new, but yeah, definitely it's being used right now with many artists. It's into the artist industry where they are what they are doing is they are tokenizing or digitizing their arts, and they are selling those arts with this kind of companies. They can transfer the ownership, and when it is being used more than once or twice, and in a number of times, they'll get the
Okay.
royalty. So that is the reason, it's coming on the way, but it is actually solving the real life issues, which is in the marketing. A lot of creators don't get paid for their work, and if we are thinking that there are a lot of PR agencies, which is the mediator between creators and the brands, which let's say if I am associated with multiple influencers or the creators, I'll get the commission above the influencers charges, and that will be paid by the brand. Now, the issue over here is the content. Any PR agencies will sell same kind of content to multiple brands which is in the same industry. right? They'll do the same basic tweaks and they'll change it. And brands never know that who are the creators. It is coming from any PR agency. I'm not talking about just agencies that can be reused or misused by even single person, which is me, you, or one, right? So that is the issues which this particular concept solving, where everyone knows. This is particularly very transparent that everyone knows who is the creator, who is now the owner, how they are selling it. They are bringing the price down of the marketing. At the same time, they are bringing the value of the marketing up because they are directly connected with the creators. Yeah? If
Right.
that is making sense.
Yeah, definitely. And it helped even us to understand that how this whole space works when it comes to using it on the real life of influencers and content creators. I think once people start using it, and there's, I think, just a gap of being aware about this technology and leveraging it on the influencer marketing. Uh, Great. So when we've talked about influencer marketing versus paid ads and how it is different, and what are the benefits of influencer marketing, what are the key points that any influencer or brand should consider while dealing with this new marketing concept. But there must be some risks, or there are definitely some things that they should keep in mind. I mean, to work with influencers and to deal with influencer marketing. So, any specific things, Bhargav, you would like to share when it comes to taking care, or maybe, there are not always a good things, but there are certain things that uh, can be different from the paid marketing or paid ads.
Yeah, first of all, as I mentioned earlier, that your goals and KPIs should be clear. So if you are approaching any kind of influencer, they might not understand that what kind of uh, what kind of requirements you are having with by running that campaign. Uh, Another thing is that you should be having an ROI measurement technique. For example, measuring the ROI from influencer marketing is very difficult, because in paid marketing campaigns you can measure your ROI by the number of followers you are increasing on the platform, by divided by the money you are spending, or how much sales you are generating by running those kind of ads. But influencer marketing, it is almost impossible to measure that ROI easily. So you should be knowing that you are also increasing your brand awareness. You might be increasing followers. You might be increasing your direct or indirect sales. So there are many things that you need to measure if you are going to run an influencer marketing campaign. Another thing is that you should have a clear brand message. So as I said that an influencer cannot understand that which kind of marketing technique you want to use with the content they are going to produce for your influencer marketing advertisement. So you should have that clear brand message that I want to do this, and this is the point A and point B. You have to be a vehicle to drive my audience from point A to point B. So that should be there. And one of the one another problem I have seen while we were interviewing brands and influencers, that they cannot stick to the payment terms they have made with the influencers or the brands. So there are multiple instances where, for example, an influencer has been given an option that you will be paid this much money or this much money after you post this content, and if that branding campaign fails by anyhow, by any chances or something, then that brand and influencers, that relationship will get ruined, and there will be a lot of issues releasing that payment and everything. So maybe a middleman or maybe a PR agency or a software can solve this problem for influencer marketing and brands.
Okay, I think people have started using blockchain and smart contracts while dealing with this. So I think that will help them to uh, get this issue sorted, or maybe have a less frequency when it comes to payments and trust issues.
Yeah, definitely there'll be a trust issues. We cannot make anything fully automated. What
Right.
we should do is we should try to save people's time and do necessary optimization. Which means, let's say, just to take an example, let's say if there are trust issues between, how do I trust an influencer? So as a brand, I should have my goals, like as Bhargav mentioned, my goal mentioned, and then I can define the conditions for influencer. So let's say, yeah, definitely. As Pooja, you rightly mentioned that blockchain can help that. There are smart contracts in which we can put up the conditions, and then once the influencers are reaching the goal, every milestones, they get paid easily. So, like the only thing we can automate or we should automate is how the payment cycle works automatically, rather than every time influencers should not ask brands that we have done this task, please pay us, or what are the timelines of the payment. Brand has to define just the conditions once. Influencer has to just focus on the target. Once they are meeting the target, the payment is done. That's it. So that is the simple automation we can do at any point of time, and this is solving the whole, longer cycle of payment to influencers from brand by taking by taking less followers, because everyone is focused and they are just working towards the goal of the campaign, rather than just focusing on normal payment terms or any other conditions which bring more trust between brands and influencers, because this is the whole transparent system where they can see who are working, how they are working, and they can also see the data, because they have chosen influencers based on the data, and they can still see the journey of their live campaign. No?
Right.
If that is
Yeah, definitely. I think it will be a blessing for all the influencers if the automation gets in place when it comes to collaboration and taking a payment from brand, because one of the major headaches, even I have been interviewed many influencers, and this is one of the pain point of taking the payment and taking the follow-ups. Even sometimes brand do not respond because the campaign was not as good as they expected. So I think this will definitely solve the trust and payment issues. All right, thanks guys for joining and sharing wonderful information with all of our listeners and people who are watching this video. Uh, we'll come up with more upcoming interesting topics on marketing, and keep watching this space. Have a good day. Take care.